What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with stage 2 of the 2020 Tour de France playthrough here on PCM, and we have a big one today because we have Col de Comiane as well as the Col de Turini. So this is going to be a big day in the GC. We'll probably have a change of yellow jersey as well. Let's get it. Getting underway then. Let's go in the break again with Nielsen Paulus on a decent day, or not on a bad day at least, in that polka dot jersey. We'll see if we can get a few more points with him. But the main reason of putting him up the road is probably to support our leaders later on in the stage, Dan Martinez, on a very nice day today. So we've had many attacks right now, a lot of riders still trying to get into that breakaway. Comiane, the latest. You can see the 8 riders currently in the break. So we're coming into the foot of the Comiane right now. We have Hershey up the road just ahead of the rest of the breakaway, and all of these guys are absolutely knackered, including Nielsen Paulus, and less than a minute to the peloton. So not looking too hopeful for that break, to say the least. Okay, but halfway up the Comiane right now, and the pace has been absolutely nowhere in the peloton, letting the breakaway go up the road. We now have 6 riders at the front, but to be honest, I'm thinking about pacing in the peloton pretty shortly. So the battle for these polka dot jersey points are now coming to fruition, because we have Hershey a minute and a half ahead of Kemner, Comiane and Paulus. So we are going to pick up some half decent points on this climb. I'm pretty certain about that. 1k to go. Hershey probably looks the favourite to go into this jersey after today's stage. So let's put Paulus up to 95. Try and take second place, and that, to be fair, would put us in a very good position to try and defend this jersey. Current situation then, we have Hershey ahead of that trio of riders, including Paulus. Then behind him we have Soren Kragh Andersen, we have Tom Skujins, Sherelle, Daryl Impey with Omar Fraile. Then we are back to the peloton, and I do believe we did just have a fall. Let's take a look. Ryan Gibbons did just go down, and a long way back for him. So 13k to go to the top of the Turini, and a big question for me: do I pace? Do I try and catch Paulus up the roads? Because I do want to try and drop some of the sprinters, obviously, and make this really a selective day, as finally the pace does pick up now. So we are just going to sit in for now whilst the tempo is high. So the pace really has been high up the Turini, and Paulus has now been caught by the peloton. Only Hershey left up the roads, and he has a massive lead. What a rider this young man is. I'll pace a bit harder with Kukalair, but our guys all looking pretty good. Van Garderen is struggling a little bit, but I'm expecting to see the yellow jersey out the back. And there you go, Caleb Ewan out the back of the peloton. Same with Sam Bennett. We have Luke Rowe, Mads Pedersen down to 115 riders. Really expecting this to be a low number, as Peter Sagan getting dropped as well right now. So we have the numbers on the front. Carthy and Bettiol are pacing very hard. We have Higuita, Martinez and Rigoberto Urán sat in the wheels. Paulus and Van Garderen are both done right now. I want to drop as many riders as possible, as Romain Bardet does puncture on the Col de Turini. Oh my, and that is a pretty big moment, and we're dropping a lot of capable climbers right here, with the likes of Chavez out the back. So Hershey still has a 2-minute lead as we crest the Col de Turini. Higuita's going to pace a little bit right now over the top. Let's keep this tempo going with Sergio Higuita. Paulus and Van Garderen are now dropped alongside a bunch of other riders, the likes of Kreuziger out the back, Dan Martin again, as Primoz Roglic has fallen on top of the Col de Turini. Oh my, out of nowhere, Roglic goes down. What a moment this is. Sepp Kuss is waiting. Looks like even Dumoulin could be waiting. Where is Roglic? He is some way down. Can't see him just yet. Van Aert has been dropped. There's Hessink, and here is Roglic. A long way behind the peloton. So we have another full Mühlberger and Geschke going down, but over the top it will be Caruso pacing hard. We have, I'm just going to pace actually with Hugh Carthy. Higuita can try and recover. We have Martinez, Bettiol, who maybe could even challenge for the stage win today, Urán and Martinez. And then behind you can see the type of riders that have been dropped. Can Primoz Roglic make it back in? That is the big question. And to my surprise, Kuss and Dumoulin and the rest of the Jumbo-Visma guys aren't going to drop back to help him out. So the Ineos Grenadiers have been pacing on this entire downhill. It's Van Baarle right now, and they've even dropped, I think, one of their own riders. We have Kemna, Gaudu, Mas, and Richard Carapaz out the back. So they're clearly not really caring about Carapaz at this Tour de France. They are all in to get Roglic out the back and keep him there right now. Okay, Roglic is still behind. We have Damiano Caruso pacing hard on the front, and we do have an intermediate sprint right now. So I'm going to try and go for this with Alberto Bettiol because he is our green jersey man, as I've mentioned, and it seems we're the only rider going for those points. I'll cross the line behind Mark Hirschi. Probably worth waiting for this group behind. We're not going to stay ahead, but we are now up to 4th in that competition. This is it, guys. Roglic is out the back and he is not going to come back in on this stage. Carapaz is gone. Mas, Kemna, Formolo. What has happened on this stage? That fall of Roglic has been crazy. Really opened the race up as Paul Mark Hirschi has now been caught, and Hugh Carthy is now coming to the front for our squad. We are looking very good with 5 riders still here. So Kwiatkowski out the back. He has done a lot of pacing already. Lopez struggling to the back of this group, it seems. Soler is done. Hugh Carthy is done as well. He's done a bit of pacing, to be fair to him. But is that Quintana on the attack here? As we come towards Nice, we have Bookman following. Latour is going to try and chase those guys down, and I need to be in a much better position. Let's try and come to the front of this group with Nairo and Bookman. So coming to the top of this climb, I'm going to try a little move with Martinez. Try and join Nairo Man and Bookman. We do join them, but everyone else does come with us, it seems, from this group behind. Sadly, Bettiol isn't quite going to be strong enough to stay with us over the top. Schachmann is gone. Richie Porte is gone. We're now down to 23 riders here in this stage. I will sit up with everyone as we come into the downhill. So like I said, Porte, Schachmann and Bettiol out the back alongside Izagiri. We have the other Izagiri as well. Barguil, Sepp Kuss out the back. Oh my, so many strong riders. And for a moment, I didn't think this was going to be a selective stage, but Reichenbach goes down right ahead of us. A big shame for him. Not a good downhiller, and his skills on show right there. Here we are then, 22 riders coming onto this final climb together, and I'm expecting early moves. We have Pinot and Nairo Man again initiating the attack, so I'm just going to pace at 90, try and make sure we stay here with all 3 of our guys. If Higuita can stay in this group, that would be perfect, because he is of course a very, very good sprinter for a man who can climb to his level. Martinez still in this group, so looking pretty good. Same with Rigo Oran, as none of those attacks go off the front. We now have Mollema attacking, and he's going off the front with Pogacar in his wheel. However, those guys are caught. We now have 2k to go on this absolutely grueling climb as Bilbao is dropped. We have George Bennett out the back. I think Higuita is just about not going to be able to hold on. We have Oran looking pretty good. So is Dan Martinez, and still no attacks going off the front. So let's try on right now with Dan Martinez into the downhill, and we do have a lead on the rest of the GC guys, 18 riders behind, but Martinez going ahead about 15 seconds is his gap. Can Martinez hold on here for the stage? He has about 10 seconds on Pogacar, who is working for the rest of the GC guys. I've got Higuita in Julian Alaphilippe's wheel, but this is so difficult for Martinez as we are pretty much caught by this group. So you know what I'm going to do. Higuita is going to get in his wheel. Oran can just follow Miguel Angel Lopez. Martinez is going to try and lead out Dan Martinez for the stage victory. Let's open up the sprint with Martinez. Let's go right now with him, and we will go with Higuita right now. Can we beat Alaphilippe in the sprint? I don't think so. I think I've gone slightly early here, and Alaphilippe is going to win stage 2 of the Tour de France. No surprise, beating Martin and Valverde, but we managed to keep Higuita, Oran and Martinez in this group as Bookman and Benoot are dropped just behind. However, that does mean that Sergio Higuita goes in to that yellow jersey. What a moment for the young Colombian. Hershey does take our best climbing jersey though away from Nielsen Paulus. What a stage that was at this Tour de France. I thought it might have been a little bit underwhelming after the pace really wasn't there on the first big climb today, but it really exploded after that. And even the likes of Bookman, Benoot, Yates were dropped, of course. Looking back, we have Sivakov, Sepp Kuss, but the big name getting dropped already. I cannot quite believe how this has happened. I had to scroll down even further because I couldn't see him. Primoz Roglic losing almost 9 minutes on stage 2, the pre-race favourite or the joint race favourite with Egan Bernal already out of the GC battle, my words. However, due to that really kind of weird stage 1 where Higuita did gain some time, we do go into the yellow jersey, but we can't complain about that. We're close in green with Alberto Bettiol. We're close in the polka dots as well. We also hold the white jersey and the team classification. So this race going just perfectly so far. Things settled down just a little bit on stage 3 as we probably have one made for the sprinters despite a few hills earlier on in the day. But if you enjoyed this one today, drop a like on the video. As always guys, drop a sub to the channel as well. I will see you guys in the next one.